Hello and welcome to the Friday Night Intention. Woohoo! Okay, let's get that set up. So we're going to do our intention for not only ourselves, but the whole world. So if you could find a place for about 30 minutes where you could sit or lie down with your eyes closed and not be disturbed, that would be really good. So go ahead and close your eyes. We're going to start with a few slow, deep breaths. Take the breath of life in. And when you exhale, I want you to just let everything go. All your cares and concerns just dissolve and float away. You can do without them for the next 30 minutes, I promise. And for the next breath, I want you to take a full breath in. Start with your lower tummy and then your upper abdomen, and then your lower rib cage, expanding out towards the back. And when you exhale, I'd like it if you could feel like you're sinking into the safe arms of Pachamama, Mother Earth, always supporting us. And for the next breath, I'm going to help you with your visualization. I want you to breathe light directly into your heart and then exhale light directly from your heart. Good. And now we're going to put our attention on the body. Make sure it's good and relaxed for this inwards journey. I'd like you to bring your awareness down to your feet right now and simply ask them to relax at this time. Our bodies are these wonderful, loyal servants that always want to do our bidding, but sometimes we just need to ask. And if you can, feel your energy leaving through your feet now into the ground, curling up with the roots of the forest, and then circling back to complete the circuit back into your feet. Allow the earth to cleanse and replenish your energy. Feel grounded. And then we can move into the ankles, the shins, the calves, the knees, and feel everything relax. Every time we touch upon a body part or area, I want you to just allow it to completely revert back to its original blueprint of perfection. No pain, no inflammation, everything just efficient and running beautifully perfect, just like it was in the beginning. And then we focus on the upper legs, the hips, the buttocks, the pelvic area. And we feel everything loosen. We move into the inner organs, the rib cage, breast, chest, full back and spine. Everything softens. Our shoulders are down in the most comfortable position. Arms, forearms, hands, and fingers hanging loosely. Our neck is supple, bearing no weight. And then we move up to the skin of the scalp. This is where tension can hide sometimes. So I want you to just release anything that you're finding there right now, almost as if your ears could wiggle. And then we move into the jaw and allow it to unhinge. Open up and receive the breath of life. And then we feel all of our facial muscles melt into a pool of perfect relaxation. And see if you can't get your eyelids to soften a few extra degrees. Then we move inwards and we ask our right brain to relax and our left brain to relax. And now we're going to thank our minds for all the hard work they do on our behalf all the time. We're actually going to invite them to have a virtual seat on the couch right now and just chillax for a bit while we let the heart steer the bus for this session. We want our minds to stick around and be part of our council. Just take more of a back seat. Now let's deal with our thoughts. We all have so many thoughts, and they're usually moving so fast. Let's call in the elements to help us deal with them. We'll start with the element of fire. It's a wonderful element for dealing with this, as it burns up naturally anything that's no longer necessary, purifying us, allowing us to be reborn from the ashes. And if you like, you can see the sun as the fire element. Maybe see yourself standing in the full sunlight. And then we move to the element of water, also a brilliant element to help us deal with our thoughts, as it naturally retains memory. So you could envision yourself standing in the middle of a gentle river, feeling of the current pull against you. And you feel the flow pull away anything that's no longer serving you, any negative patterns, habits, any old traumas that you want to release. And you can actually observe and watch as they float downstream. We call in the element of air. We feel the wind or the breeze against our skin. And you feel its current pulling away its specialty. Is our stories, our egos, leaving behind only the shining truth. And finally, we call upon the earth element with its magnetic properties to pull away and stick to it anything that's no longer serving us, any heaviness, any baggage that we want to release. We can trust the earth to transform that energy into something of a higher resonance frequency, maybe akin to a seed sprouting into new life. Now let's take the journey from our head space down to our chest cavity, where our heart resides. And let's use a beautiful wooden spiral staircase to get there tonight. And I'd like you to experience this journey viscerally. So I'd like you to feel the smooth grain of the wood underneath your fingertips as you trail your hand down the railing. Hear soft patting of your bare feet as they touch down on each step. And feel the buoyancy, the lightness as you glide down the staircase. And when you arrive on the platform, I'd like you to notice if there's anything in front of your heart. Maybe there's a gate, the lock on it, or a wall that's been built. This is normal and natural. We all develop protective measures for ourselves. But what I'd like you to realize right now is that this is your heart. You have full access, a VIP backstage pass to it at all times. It's your concert. So go ahead and envision those locks disintegrating, the gates creaking open. Perhaps a bridge appears over the moat that may have been built if you're like me. And as you approach the door, it cracks open a bit, and brilliant beams of yellow golden light are spilling out everywhere. It's so beautiful. See yourself opening the door and entering into your heart space to be completely bathed in this warm and loving light. You feel so safe and secure and so happy. This is the most amazing place you've ever been or could imagine, inside your heart space. And this light is closest to the truest essence of what you really are. Everything in the universe is made of energy, as are we. It's the common denominator. So we're going to have a bit of a shift in perception right now, away from our physicality that we're used to, and experience our energy body or our light bodies. I'd like you to look down at your hands now inside your heart and see that all your cells have transformed into brilliant points of light. So you're kind of floating there, existing as a light cloud. It's very blissful. Now, everybody has a very unique shade of color and texture to them. I'd like you to experience this right now. What color are you? And then you look up and you see a colossal but indescribably beautiful ribbon of light above you as well. This is the flow of the cosmos, the consciousness of one. I call this place the Nexus. It goes by many names in many cultures. It doesn't really matter what you call it. At the end of the day, what it really is just total connection. And that's what we want. So I'd like you to allow yourself to float up now and merge with that light flow. You don't have to be afraid. You can come out of it at any time. You don't need to sacrifice anything to experience this. And there's no need to change your beliefs. All truths are inclusive here. One of the things that you might experience when joining in is a sensation of coming home, of belonging. And at some point, on every level, you will experience that you are everything and everyone in the universe, and they are also you. We're all one being, one light, one consciousness. We're all the same pie, bringing slightly different flavors to the same pie. Now, this Nexus is a place of incredible power. You have at your fingertips the knowledge and wisdom of the entire universe at your command. This is where our intentions, our intuition stems from. It's a place of spontaneous healing, of miracles, and a wondrous capacity to create. And that's what we're going to take advantage of here tonight. We're going to intend a reality of our choosing and then anchor it in the present moment at the end of the intention. Because we can. So right now, I'd like you to go ahead and envision the life that you've always secretly dreamed of having in all its glorious detail. I'm going to guide along in generalities because at our core, we all want the same things. But I'd like for you to fill in the blanks and color the page the way you see fit for your life. Let's start by talking about health. We all want good health. Envision yourself right now completely whole, vibrant, healthy, moving your physical body with ease and grace. Your emotional body's balanced, your mental body's full of clarity, and your energetic bodies filled and complete. And we can trust our bodies. They're amazing systems that self-heal, self-repair, guard us against anything we need shielding from. And in this reality, we take care of our bodies. And anytime we need guidance or teaching on how to do so, that is amply available. So I'd like for you to experience this vitality right now. For me, I'm feeling really light, as if effervescent bubbles are just coursing through my entire being right now. My DNA, my cells, right down to the atomic level, the quantum level. Everything realigning into its natural, perfect, healthy state of balance. It's very invigorating. And now that you're experiencing this vitality, I'd like you to extend it to include your friends and family. Witness the expressions of relief and wonderment on their faces too. And then stretch it out to include your community and then the entire planet. What a beautiful gift to give and receive. Total vibrant health. This is within our power to do so. We are all healers. It's just a matter of focusing our intention, sending the energy out. Why don't you try it right now? Pick somebody that you'd like to send healing to. Picture them as completely whole and healthy. And send that energy outwards. Now we just did that for the entire world. You can just bask in that. Now let's talk about abundance. There is plenty on this world for all of us, and that is the truth. So let's go ahead and lift humanity up out of survival mode and into creation mode. It is time. Everybody has access to fresh, clean drinking water. Everybody has ample, natural, healthy food. Everybody has shelter. Everybody has warmth or cooling if they need it. And there's plenty left over for comforts. So maybe we can travel around once in a while. Most importantly, that we have the resources to follow our passions and our dreams in life. Each of us were seeded with a unique gift that only we can develop and share back with the world. This is our purpose. When we're on the path of our purpose, we feel fulfillment. Not just because we're doing what we love. Deep down, we each also have an innate need and desire to contribute. So when we're following our path, we're being fulfilled on many levels. I'd like you to experience this right now too. What are you doing when you're following your bliss? And if you don't know what your purpose is right now, that's okay, don't worry. we're going to generate the feelings associated with it and allow that to beckon into your conscious awareness, that information. So let's generate feelings of wholeness or completeness that we felt in our life before. Or perhaps that all over good feeling from selflessly helping another at some point. Or you could go to a memory where you were doing something you were so enamored with, so fascinated by, that you completely lost track of all time. That's kind of what you're looking for. And now see yourself going to bed at the end of the day of being on your path, feeling completely fulfilled, sleeping soundly through the night, waking up in the morning excited to jump out of bed and do it all again. Now we just did that for the whole world. So what does that look like now? I see all the amazing intellects and imaginations pooling together to problem solve. And all of a sudden, we're living on a planet free of pollution, living in harmony and balance with the Earth's ecosystems. How fantastic is that? And look at us exploring our limitless potential together. Inventing, building, teaching, learning, sharing, caring, progressing into the future in a most balanced and conscious way. What an exciting time to be alive. And I want you to see this as already happened. It's all already happened. It is done. So say we all. And we're doing this together. We are meant to be together. We are here to walk each other home through the meadow and over the bumps. But for tonight, let's just celebrate this incredible existence together in song, in music, in dancing, in laughter, in playing. And see us all at a huge outdoor music festival, just rejoicing, feeling all the relationships healing, love being transmitted and received. I'm walking down the street in my reality, seeing all the smiles on the strangers' faces as I pass by, watching the lights behind their eyes. So beautiful. Now let's intend one more thing while we're here together. Let's intend that everybody is awakening to this consciousness of one. At least that everybody is feeling connected. Something magical happens when we remember who and what we truly are. This high vibrational frequency energy, this light, this love. All of a sudden, the heavier, lower energies just don't make sense anymore. The greed, the harming of others, the judgment, the righteousness. And it all falls away. We naturally tend to adopt the same foundation principles: honesty, integrity, authenticity, caring, sharing. Everybody's on the same page. What a relief. What joy. Even the systems that may govern us in this reality are designed in place to uplift us in our lives, to protect our freedoms, and to help us flow along on our journeys together. I'm sensing all the tension, worry, and fear lift collectively up off of our shoulders to transform in the atmosphere above us into higher resonance frequency that's more in alignment with who we truly are. And all of a sudden, trust is just blossoming in my heart again. I'm overflowing with compassion. Sensing all the connections, clearing, cleansing up, opening, communication flowing. The atmosphere is just so smooth. It's so easy just to be. It's so easy just to be. Now, wherever you are in your beautiful reality, I want you to just stop in your shoes right now. You might be out with your family for a picnic, marveling at their shining faces, seeing your children and grandchildren thrive. You might be out for a walk with your dog in the forest, enjoying the serenity. Maybe you're out having a laugh with your buddies, or you're creating something new in your kitchen or at work. Wherever you are, whatever you're doing, just stop in your reality and look at all the beauty that surrounds you. Just drink it in. All the natural beauty, all the man-made beauty. Try to feel this unconditional love energy that surrounds and supports us at all times. And receive it. You are so worthy of this amazing reality you've just created. Now I'd just like to connect with some gratitude before we finish. Thank you, thank you, thank you for every step, every breath of this wondrous life. Thank you, vulnerability. Thank you to all the lessons I've learned. Thank you to this vessel, this body that allows me to perceive all this beauty. Thank you to my emotions for guiding me through this lifetime. And most of all, thank you for our connections to each other to the earth, to our hearts, back to the source, the fountain that constantly replenishes us with light and healing and energy and love. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Now I want you to take your entire beautiful reality and build it up as an energy ball in your center right now, in the heart space, the solar plexus, the Dantian area. Build it up as a big energy ball, make it crackle with life, and then soak it with those elevated emotions you just felt, the fulfillment, the joy, the peace, and the gratitude. We're going to take a large breath in. We're going to build up that energy ball. When we exhale, we're going to release it and share it with the world. Here we go. Build it up, and send it out. Exhale completely. Give it all away. Our hearts are vast. And then breathe in the breath of life. Replenish yourself with light and energy, love and healing. Good job. I can just feel all the concentric rings around the planet, causing all the other like energies to light up in response. Blanketing our world in this beautiful frequency of peace and love and prosperity. Now I'd like you to wiggle your fingers and toes. We're going to come back into our bodies proper. And maybe you should shift your limbs around a little bit too. Make sure you really come back in. And when you feel you're ready to come back into the room or your space, open your eyes. And just take note of how you're feeling right now. Know that you can come back to this state of being at any time with a single conscious breath of intention. This is why we do this practice, so that we can call it up at a moment's demand, anytime, all the time. And eventually, we won't even have to put any effort into this anymore. We'll just become walking, talking, natural transmitters of this high frequency energy that's more in tune, frankly, with who we really are. Creating the reality of our choosing all around us, because we are this powerful. And so much more so when we put our intentions together in this way, exponentially by magnitudes. So thank you. Thank you for joining me in these intentions, whether it's live or recorded, it all works, it's all good. And if you've been doing these intentions for a while and are pretty solid with them, please do give a try to the single conscious breaths as you are going throughout your day. Anytime you get a few seconds, when you're brushing your teeth, when you're standing in line, when you're cooking supper, just before you go to sleep. And just try it out as often as you can remember to. And play with it. And over the next couple of weeks, just notice what kind of shifts might be happening in your life. I'll leave you with that for tonight, and we'll see you tomorrow for the next intention.